Hey guys, Bazzy back here. And this morning we did get some pretty substantial NHL news here, as I believe it was Chris Johnson who first reported it, that Patrick Kane has agreed to join the Detroit Red Wings here for the remainder of the 2022-23 NHL season. As I'm recording this, I haven't seen any terms of the deal actually come out yet. I'm imagining it's probably likely just a one-year deal here, but I don't have any idea on the actual financials of that contract as of yet. So with that being said, I did want to put Patrick Kane on the Wings here in NHL 24, and let's see if he can lead them to the playoffs and potentially lead them to a Stanley Cup. So looking at the lines here for the Wings, I have decided to put Patrick Kane on the top line here of the Wings with Dylan Larkin and with Alex DeBrincat. I think you just have to put those two guys together at this point with their chemistry in Chicago. I think that'll be definitely a great duo going forward for the Wings. Let's jump into the season simulation here. See if Patrick Kane can play an impact here on the Wings season, or if they'll just kind of be a middle team, if they'll be a bottom team, or if they will be one of those top teams in the league. Let's find out here. As the Wings do start out 3-0, actually scoring a decent amount of goals each game there. One thing I found just with NHL 24, NHL 23, the same thing, that guys like Patrick Kane, when they get older, even though their stats are quite a bit lower, which I did for Kane, I think EA started him at 89, I lowered him to an 84 with just horrible defensive stats, but I find these players a lot of the time still sim like they're elite superstars. Depending on the team and the line fit, you can easily see a guy like Patrick Kane putting up almost close to 90 to 100 points, which is definitely probably not as realistic at this stage in his career. But that is something I found with the EA simulations here, that sometimes that can often happen with those type of players. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some of my feelings on the deal here. So overall, I thought it was a little bit interesting that he did choose the Wings overall. I heard that in the end, it kind of came down to Florida and Detroit. Personally, I think Florida is more of that playoff team, obviously just going to the finals here recently. I know Detroit has had a decent start here. They have DeBrincat, his buddy there from Chicago. But yeah, I just find it's a very interesting signing overall. And really, I think the one thing that we're all hoping for is that he can rebound from this hip issues that he's been having that's taken him out for a little bit of a while here. Obviously, it's definitely not an easy thing to come back to, especially being a hockey player, having to have those elite edges like Kane has had just on the ice. Hopefully he can come back and be at least a fraction of the Patrick Kane in years past. Obviously that franchise player just a couple of years ago, but I guess we'll have to see here in the next month or so and kind of see how this all plays out here for Detroit. But yeah, as we go back to the simulation here, unfortunately it does look like the Red Wings will be missing the playoffs here, as we finish the season at 37, 39, and 6. So let's wrap up this video here by taking a look at some of the player stats here for the Red Wings in this universe. So when looking at Patrick Kane, he did put up 16 goals, 40 assists for 56 points. He was a -14 on the year. Overall, this is definitely actually one of the lower scoring simulations that I've seen with Patrick Kane, to my experience. So I'm not sure if we just got unlucky here or if just chemistry wasn't great, but not the best year by Kane. Looking at the league leaders, Stützle, Rantanen, McDavid, Hughes, a lot of those top guys being at the top where they should be. And when simulating to the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs here in this year, we will see that the Tampa Bay Lightning did win the Stanley Cup in this universe. Take a look at their journey to the Cup. They did beat the Avalanche here in 6. They swept the Hurricanes, beat the Bruins in 4, and beat the Senators in a 7-game series. So that's a look at their road to the Cup here in this universe with Kane on the Red Wings. And let's take a look at the awards here quick before we close out the video. Team ones we obviously know: Stützle, Art Ross, Rantanen gets the Hart, McCarr gets the Norris, Bedard does get the Calder, Bobrovsky wins the Vezina, that's an interesting one. But yeah, O'Reilly wins the Selke, and Matthews wins the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy for this year. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. Just taking a quick simulation to see if Patrick Kane can help the Wings win the Stanley Cup here in NHL 24. definitely let me know what did you guys think of this signing in the comments down below. But until then, I will see you all in the next video.